My fiancée announced she was keeping her ex's name for professional reasons. So I updated our wedding invitations to say I was still deciding if I'll show up. Cordelia and I had been together for 2.5 years, engaged for 6 months. Wedding was 2 months away. I was sitting at our kitchen table going over venue invoices when she walked in with what she called her professional announcement face. Babe, I need to tell you something about my name after we get married. I figured she wanted to keep her maiden name. Totally fine. What's up? I'm going to hyphenate. Not with your name, with Ashton's. I put down my coffee. Ashton, your ex-boyfriend? It's for professional reasons. All my published research papers are under Cordelia Hampton Fitzgerald. If I change it now, I'll lose my academic recognition. For context, Cordelia dated Ashton Fitzgerald for 4 years. They broke up 3 years ago. She'd been using his last name the whole time without telling me. You never took his name. You were never married. Well, no, but I started using it professionally when we were together. The Fitzgerald name carries weight in academic circles. And after we get married, you'll be Cordelia Hampton Fitzgerald Morrison? No, that's too long. I'll just stay Cordelia Hampton Fitzgerald. So you won't take my name at all, but you'll keep your ex's. You're making this emotional when it's purely practical. I opened our wedding website and changed the header to Cordelia and Ethan's wedding, attendance TBD. Then updated the invitations, still deciding if I'll show up. Her phone started ringing immediately. Her bridesmaids were losing it. That's when I did some digging. My buddy Landon works at Cordelia's university. Ashton Fitzgerald's father is the dean of her department. Ashton himself is an associate professor there. Every single one of her published papers was co-authored with Ashton. Every conference she'd spoken at was organized by the Fitzgerald family's connections. She hadn't been keeping his name for professional recognition. She'd been keeping it for professional access. I texted her, "How many of your papers would have been published without Ashton's name on them?" She read it. No response. When she came home, she tried to make a compromise with an entire PowerPoint presentation. It had graphs, citations, a timeline. Slide 12 was titled Cost-Benefit Analysis of Name Change. Then she revealed the real issue. I already submitted my tenure application under Hampton Fitzgerald. If I change it now, I'll have to resubmit everything. You submitted for tenure without telling me? The week before our wedding became complete chaos. Her grandmother, Evelyn, called me. "Ethan, dear, she dated that Fitzgerald boy specifically because of his family name. She told me herself she'd never have gotten into that PhD program without his father's recommendation." On what should have been our wedding day, Cordelia texted me at 3 a.m. I'm at the venue in my dress. "If you don't show up, I'll never forgive you." I showed up in jeans and a t-shirt just to return the ring. She came out in her full wedding dress and ran toward me. "You came to say goodbye." What? I'm not marrying someone who values their ex's name more than our relationship. It's just a name. Then change it. I can't. Then I can't marry you. The entire room was watching. Guests were filming. Then Ashton's new girlfriend, Bethany, stood up. "Actually, Cordelia, tell them about how you asked Ashton to leave me last week so you could keep using his name without drama." Bethany pulled out her phone. "I have the texts." Ashton stood up, furious. "We're leaving. And Cordelia, I'm filing paperwork with the university to have you removed from all future publications. Use your own name." They left. The Fitzgeralds left. Half the guests left. Cordelia had her reception anyway. 20 people showed up out of 200. Last week, she texted from a new number. I would have changed it eventually. Would have, could have, didn't.